It's about 10, 11 o'clock at night, and we're here because we care about Prince George's County and the Democratic Central Committee. What you did was you put official on a sample ballot, and the people who trust you, okay, but it came from the Democratic Central Committee, and they voted on those ballots not knowing that they weren't official ballots. So it was very misleading. It was very misleading. That's the issue that we have.
This is about fairness and about making sure that we are not involved in tricking voters. At the polls, I was shocked when people came to me. I had people who legitimately came to me and said, "Why are you not a Democrat?" I was confused by that until I started seeing these ballots and realized that people were saying, well, these are the official ballots.
The regular working class voter in Prince George's County, at times you may not know every single position and who these candidates are. To have a ballot in her hand on election day that said official Democratic ballot gave her a sense of confidence that was in fact a false confidence, saying that these were in fact candidates endorsed by the Democratic Party who she trusts.
I worked the early voting polls and I also worked the primaries. And my biggest issue is that as our residents were coming up and we were handing out literature, their main thing that was said to me was, "I have my ballot," which was a sample Democratic official sample ballot. And they went by what was on the ballot, and to me, it's very misleading.
You put official on a document, it's very misleading. Some people thought that I was a Republican because I wasn't highlighted. The names are faded out. It's just not right. It's just not right.
Because legitimately people were confused. There were people that called Senator Muse's office asking him why he wasn't running anymore. If you think that was not because they got a ballot in their mail that didn't have his name in it, you are really not paying attention.
Losing a fair fight and losing to a rigged system is two different things. And all the state senators, along with delegates, coordinated from the top to the bottom their campaigns. So I'm one guy. I'm thinking I'm running against one person, but I'm running against 18 other people.
Because for my example, my race, I lost by 30 votes. And there was someone that was elected to Central Committee at the polls with their badge on in my race, passing out those ballots. So when you look at that, we could say maybe they swayed 30 voters when they stood there for however long they did passing out those ballots. And that could be the difference between someone that works very hard against a system and an establishment versus someone using the power of their position and their badge to actually trick a voter. So we're no longer even talking about candidates and senators standing behind creating something. Now we're talking about you now as elected officials. Are you gonna do the same thing? Stand at the polls with your badge on, passing these things out.
Here's the thing, why are we involved in tricking our voters? Because a lot of people would have won anyway without anything that said official ballot. I've looked back in the past and started picking up ballots and they did not say official on it. It seems like this is just getting worse. And if we don't address this now, what are we gonna see in 2020 or 2022? Only official ballot, as many people said, should be coming from the Central Committee during the general election. There should be no official ballot during the Democratic primary, and nobody should be involved in that. I sat at the post and watched people who were working for candidates, even candidates themselves say, this is the official ballot, it has to stop.
This has happened for over 30 years in Prince George's County. And it's unacceptable, and I think you as a body should condemn the practice.
But what we're asking you is to take responsibility to say, not from a legal perspective that this is illegal, but say we condemn this behavior. We say we are not going to stand and allow you to use our name to trick voters.